So it's very difficult to determine what an asset is going to do, especially ones that tend to do their best when new capital is flowing into the space, when excitement is high. And that's exactly what ADA is. It is a retail driven coin. It doesn't have VCs, meaning that when the overall market starts to take off, that is when ADA is in fact going to do its best. And there are some similar patterns to 2020 that ADA is currently following. And in fact, there is an even more similar pattern that took place in October of 2023 that I want to show you guys as well. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this is from Ollie Charts. All right. Ollie Charts does a lot of charting, a lot of analytics, and he's very good at identifying patterns and similarities between trends and things like that. And what he said is he believes ADA is following a similar pattern to 2020. If history repeats itself, we might see a pump around November 18th, about 2 weeks after the US elections. And, you know, speaking, and he said he saw a potential market top by September of 2025. And actually, this is very similar to what I've been expecting. I said that November is a time where alts begin to take off. November is a time where ADA tends to perform very well. In fact, we talked about that yesterday, right? So we're very much in line with what a lot of these people are thinking throughout the space. And in fact, I've talked about October of 2025 being the top of this market cycle. So really, we're just getting started. We have some of the best times in this market ahead of us. And this is where things will really get exciting. Now, obviously, we're still waiting on a few catalysts. We're still waiting on the election, things like that. And that can help set some trajectory here. Now, some other people even have more bullish projections than others. So for example, Zach Humphreys has a very ambitious outlook, projecting a new all-time high around $5, citing several factors. I know Zach very well. He's an awesome dude. He said historical precedent of reaching new highs in consecutive 4-year cycles, ongoing development of Bitcoin layer functionality, which is a very big deal that has not been reflected in price, that people are sleeping on currently, strong developer community, and dedicated holder base. Yep, talked about that a bunch, and potential DeFi and cross-chain functionality improvements. Really, when we talk about the technical aspects of Cardano, there's nobody that's doing things as big or as broad as they are. And that's a huge benefit. And unfortunately, that hasn't necessarily impacted price yet. But guess what? The times where that does is big times of DeFi adoption. And that is exactly what these next moves in the crypto market will bring. That is what will bring the new flows. That is what will bring increased on-chain activity. And that's not even talking about enterprise or governments, the things that kind of, we'll say, frankly, bore people right now. Now, I will say that despite ADA following similar patterns from 2020, there is that pattern that we looked at, I think just a few weeks ago, that ADA is following even more closely. And this is this move that took place in October of 2023 that sent us on a massive surge in the early part of the market cycle. If you guys remember, this was the exact pattern. I have not moved this since the other day, and it is eerily similar to what we are experiencing right now. And in fact, what this shows is that ADA may be on the verge of making a very big boom as we get into the start of November. And actually, coincidentally, it shows kind of a little correction around the time of the election, but then just the show is on the road. Apparently, it's projecting someone to win. I won't get too much into politics here, but this is the possible trajectory for ADA. This isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice. This is just looking at what took place back here in the early part of the bull market cycle. Now, what I have to say is that a lot of the things that were there at the time, they're very present right now. Okay. We dealt with consolidation for a long period of time. Everybody was kind of worn out, but we saw this point where finally you had the assets flow from the hands of the impatient to the hands of the patient. And now you have this strong, resilient community that's setting a strong floor. In fact, you know, when we look at like where the highest concentration of in the money people is, it's right below these levels. Look at this big, strong wall. It's being set right in this 33 to 34 cent range. This is a very strong, very big deal. And that means that there's not a ton of resistance on the way back up. Not to mention the fact that right now, ADA, despite doing a very similar thing to what it did back in October of 2023, volume is actually quite a bit higher. At the time, we were somewhere around $200 million a day, $150 million a day in terms of ADA volume. Right now, we're floating around 200 to 300 million. So that's a very strong sign. And the thing is, we have to wash out the last of the bears. We have to wash out the last of the shorts, those that are betting against ADA currently. And if this continues in the overall crypto market, if BTC keeps pushing and setting some highs here and really breaking through, this is where, again, that burst of excitement in terms of ADA may have the opportunity of doing a complete reversal here and frankly leaving a lot of people surprised. So I want to hear your thoughts. Are we waiting for this moment like we saw back in 2020, or is this the springboard now that is going to send us to some of these highs we've been waiting on? I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.